So, like I said, we are going over higher time frame, points of interest versus lower time frame entries. Higher time frame points of interest and lower time frame entries. So basically, while thinking about what I was going to go over today, I thought it's wise to make this first statement that, and I feel I should even write it out. I don't know where price is going to. Okay. Where price is going to reverse from. So I thought it wise to first make this statement that reverse. Yeah. So I don't know where price is going to reverse from. I feel that's the first statement I want to make and really talk about this, because most people, most of the time, when they come into my DM and ask me certain questions, I could easily just I could easily just pivot to know the very question they are trying to ask me is the price reverse from here. I really don't know where price is going to reverse from. I don't know the imbalance prices market is going to play. I don't know the order block or the institutional candle price is going to say reject from or reverse from. I don't know. I really don't know. Because it's almost as if these days, that's what people really used to ask me. And the reason why most people are like, I want to send my chat to your DM to look at it and all. And I'm like, okay, so what really is the question you're trying to ask? And they'll be like, am I correct? I really can't say which backup is correct and which is wrong. I really cannot say. But on the larger perspective, if you are going according to what you have been taught, more often than not, you will be correct. You understand? At some point, I asked some of my friends that, have you guys noticed coach video or coach trading in recent time? That it's almost as if coach hardly loses trade. I'm like, is there that coach knows something that I don't know, or maybe coach is watching something I'm not watching, or is doing something I'm not doing? Because I've not seen that man lose in, I don't know, like 3 months now. Probably maybe he did not share his losing trade, but it's almost as if 95% of the time is correct. So I had to go to coach to ask him, all right, sir, pardon me, and I asked the question like, is it that you are watching Nielsen, or is there any extra confluence you are adding and all? And the simple answer coach gave to me was, he is not adding anything, that it is still the same thing he thought that he is using. It is still the same strategy, nothing changed, nothing added, which then means for me, or which is being interpreted for me, that the mistakes most of us make, like I said, most of us, including me, the mistake most of us make is trying to look for something that is not missing. It's almost as if someone is sitting on a diamond mine and is going out to look for something else that is not there. So some other people will come to me, all right, I want to join your mentorship or your training. And then I'm like, okay, so what concept do you trade? And they're like, they trade smart money. And I'm like, I also trade smart money. Is it that your smart money is different from my smart money concept? And they're like, no, it's almost as if you know something that I don't know, or you're doing something. And I'm like, it's the same thing. Don't waste your money. It's the same thing, basically. And they're like, no, you want to join, blah, blah. Well, no problem. And at the end of the day, it's almost as if they are disappointed. But of course, from the very onset, I've told you, it's not like there's any new thing you want to learn. It's the same thing, you know, that I teach. So basically just trying to say, make the impression or to make the correction that, because most people have been waiting for the call, because I said I also have a call on higher time frame points of interest, lower time frame entries. Most people feel maybe I want to teach on something new. Basically, what I want to teach is not different from what coach has been teaching all the while. It's not different from the backtesting series that he has been doing on EU. It's not different. It's basically the same thing. Do you get? It's basically just the same thing, which then means again that maybe you are the one that is not patient enough. Do you understand? Maybe you are the one that is not patient enough. Another thing people used to do to me, which I've noticed, is they come to me and tell me they are in need of money and they have a whole lot of issues, blah, 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 blah. They want to take an account. You want to take an account. I have $100 I want to load and I don't want to lose the money and all. And almost like maybe in 1 week time, they lose the account. And what I used to do is I would don't tell them that send me the history. Let me see how you lost the account. Only for me to see that in 4 to 5 trades, you have blown your account. And I'm like, did you follow risk management? And they'll tell me yes. Now you sent me the account history. From what I'm looking at, in 4 to 5 trades, you have blown the account. And I'm asking you the question that, did you follow risk management? And you're telling me yes. And what your account history is telling me is that on one trade, you're losing $30. On another trade, you're losing $45. On another trade, on an $100 account, on another trade, you're losing $15. And Tony has specifically said, which is what I am implementing in my trade, and what we are still saying, don't risk more than 5% of your account on every trade. Let your first take profit be 1 to 3 on a small account. Don't go beyond 1 to 3. And I'm still like, I don't understand. This trade already gave you like 1 to 5. What are you still doing? Why didn't you close partials? Why didn't you break even? Why didn't you, like, why? At the end of the day, it ends up like being, I don't know, maybe greed. Because at the end of the day, the only thing I can wrap my head around is you want to make your $100, 100,000 US dollars in 1 week. And this is not possible. Now, whether you like it or not, I've started teaching on higher time frame points of interest and lower time frame entries because I plan on approaching it in a very different way. I plan on approaching it in such a way whereby you will have an higher target with going about it lower in little ways. Okay, now they will tell you things like a little drops of water or something like that makes a mighty ocean. You want to make a whole lot of money and you are not patient. It's almost as if there's no time at my side. I need to do this thing fast and all the time you have been wasting. Who held you all those times? Now, just be patient with yourself 6 months, 1 year, and grow the proper way. some people still come to me and they are like, okay, I'll ask the question, how many assets do you trade? And then they'll tell me that I was trading 10 before, but I've cut it down to 6. And me that you're talking to, I'm trading just 1 or 2. At most 3. And it's like, okay, maybe if you are trading so many pairs, that's when you get rich quick. And I'm like, how is it that you even have an account that is allowing you trade 7 pairs? Because I can't imagine a person with 200K account, $200 account trading 10 pairs at a go. Meaning, how many trades do you want to be on? So the question now is, do you even have a trading, a risk trading, how do we call those things again? If I've forgotten. Do you have a management that you are following? The question you should be asking yourself is, in a week, how many trades am I going to take before I leave the market? In a day, how many trades am I going to take before leaving the market? What is my risk appetite like? Now, let me explain that. The explanation to that is, I have an $100 account. If I lose, how much will I walk away? When I make, how much will I walk away? So you have an $100 account. Your loss is, when I lose $20, I'm going to leave this market. You have already lost $20. What you should do is, you should leave the market. But people then go on to taking another trade. It's almost as if, let me take this trade. This trade will make me recover. And the next thing is, you lose another $10. You are not following risk management. At the end of the day, you end up losing the account. Another pattern, you have an $100 account. I'm going this week, I'm targeting to make $30. You have made your $30. Let's say you risk 10% of the account. You have your 1 to 3, $30. You are done for that week on a Monday. On a Tuesday, what are you doing in the market? On a Wednesday, what are you doing? At the end of the day, you end up losing the $30 you made to the market that you made on Monday to the market on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, you end up taking the $100, you're back at $100. You end up losing your $100 and you end up losing it down to $30. You are not following risk management. What is the rush for? Like, I sincerely see no reason why people rush. Because at the end of the day, this is the main reason why you are making all the error. I think Charles used to post something of recent, like, I might not be right 100% of the time, but I'll make a fortune. One time, I think it was a query that posted, we do 100% of the time, every reversal is not a point of interest, something along that line. But that does not mean you are not a trader, or that is not a reason for you not to win your trades. So what I'm saying in essence to all of this is, do you have a trading style and a trading pattern? At what point are you really going to leave the market? I haven't said all of that. Going back to my first statement, I don't know where price is going to reverse from. I am not JP Morgan. I don't move the market. I don't do these things. I don't. All right. So, having said that, next thing I plan to do now is to look at how we could utilize all of these things. Now, higher time frame. For me, Philip, like I said, Philip, my higher time frame starts from say the monthly higher time frame, monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hours. Higher time frame for me starts from monthly down to the 4 hours. Wow. Lower time frame for me starts from lower time frame for me. Like I said, for me now, this personal from 1 hour. Basically, most these days I'm liking the 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute. So now this is it. Now, let me bring out my brush. So say I have a trade. I'm going to go on how to identify points of interest. Now, let's say I have a trade idea on, say, this is my monthly time frame. Okay, so this is my monthly time frame. Of course, we know this is the low and we know this is the high, meaning I'll be waiting for price to come down before reversing. Now, when price comes into my POI, now this is monthly time frame. After price is in my POI here, right? I'm basically waiting for the daily time frame in these areas now, in this very area here, right? In this POI. I'm waiting for a break of structure on a daily time frame. Yeah. I'm waiting for a break of structure on a daily time frame first, right? Now, remember I said monthly time frame. I'm waiting for a break of structure on daily time frame first. On this daily time frame, I'm waiting for a break of structure on the daily. And when I get that daily break of structure in this place here, right, I'm basically waiting for an H1 break, say evidence, right, on H1, and then say in this place, I can then look to buy on maybe 1 minute to 15 minutes. I believe the people I'm talking to, there are people that are not even, I've seen a good number of you, I know a lot of you, you are not people that are waiting for me to explain to you what a break of structure is and all of that. So for me to take a trade on 1 hour, that means it has to align with my daily time frame. The daily has to align with, say, my monthly time frame, or maybe even my weekly time frame. You get. So I'm not just going to say, I have a POI on the monthly time frame, and then in that area, I then see a 15-minute break of structure, and then I try to enter there on the 15 minutes. I will never do that. Yeah, you can do that. If you backtest, you're going to see a lot of those kinds of stuff. But I'll never do any of those things because I'm waiting for evidence. I'm waiting for reaccumulation. After my reaccumulation, I'm waiting for my reaccumulation. And then I'm waiting for my reaccumulation. So I have a, that would be for. All right, sorry about the noise. So that will be for the monthly time frame. Now, let's say, let me go up here now. Let's say I then have a point of interest on a weekly time frame. This is my weekly time frame here. Now, in these areas here, on the weekly time frame, say weekly, right? Weekly. On the weekly time frame, I most likely will be waiting for a 4-hour break. Or most times, 2 hours is enough, but I prefer 4 hours. So I'm waiting for my 4-hour break in that area. And when I can get my 4-hour break of structure in that area, as it were, I then might most likely wait for a 30-minute break in that area to then take the trade. A 30 minutes. You get. Before I will set a trade or a limit, an H4 limit, before I can set an H4 limit, the only reason why I will set an H4 limit is if it is within my pip stop, if it is within 1 to 30 pips. If it is not within 1 to 30 pips, I will never set it. I will never set it. If it is more than 30 minutes on an H4 time frame, and you hardly will even get it. You hardly will get it. Not that you would not get it, you hardly will. If it is not within that pip zone, I will never set that limit. It's not possible I set it, not Philip. This way, I'm able to maximize my risk to reward properly. All right, so now I believe I can go into the chart and say, move drawing, and say we'll do some charts. Now, NASDAQ was something that was so beautiful for me today. Now, this was NASDAQ, say daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we could identify that this was what? The previous high and the previous low, right? Now, what can we identify within all of this space? The first thing to identify is what? This is a bearish market, which means sales are more liable than buys, right? Now, potential area for distribution becomes this high, this two candle, let's say to this high here. Potential area for distribution. Now, within that potential area for redistribution, we had our imbalance. Like I said, not that we are doing anything different, just the same thing. We had an imbalance. Let's say to this place here. So this place is the first thing, the imbalance there. Let me enlarge this. Now, this is my higher time frame point of interest on a daily time frame. Basically, what you should be waiting for here is what? Waiting for at least a 1 to 30 minutes, well, a 1 hour to 30 minutes break of structure, evidence in this place. So I then go to this place. Now, looking in that imbalance there, what do you identify there? You can then see how this structure came in this high and then this low, and then you had this what? Break of structure here. So potential area for what? Redistribution. Now, what am I waiting for with this one now? What I'm waiting for is I can either set my limit if it is within my pip range, say 50% of all of this, So I can even set it here. And just aim for my 1 to 3 around here. Now, this is like, say 843. That's how many pips? That's like 8 pip stop, I think, or 18. Yeah, I guess about 8 or 18 pips. Calculator with all of those things. So now, this basically is the way I navigate. So you could see how I had my daily point of interest. I waited for the 1 hour break of structure. And now probably say, even if you want to be more disciplined, or maybe you want a tighter distance, you could wait here for evidence. You could wait. Now, I might not even take this trade here, because why? It's not within my time, a trading hour range for me. This is Asian section. Asian is just usually most times liquidity. So I might really not necessarily take this trade. All right. Now, aside, having said that, another thing that stood out for me, which is why I said I was going to explain the NASDAQ, is because now, say you already know the trend. Now, you then want to take a counter trend. What are the rules for you to take a counter trend? You are waiting for external liquidity to be taken. Of course, external liquidity was this previously. This was external liquidity. After external liquidity is taken, we then have permission to take internal liquidity. And like I said, internal liquidity should be what? Your take profit for internal liquidity should be what? At most, 50% of the whole push down. At most, 50% of the whole push down. So if you have to take a trade from this low here, you are waiting to take profit at where? This 50% here. This should be your take profit here. This is the approach. This should be your take profit here. All right. That's say after your 1 to 3 and all. Now, after this external liquidity has been taken, this is a daily time frame. What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for a break of structure on a 1 hour. The same way I approach this one here. It's the same way I will approach it here. So let's see what happened at that low there. So at this low here, you see, external liquidity was taken here. And then price started accumulating. Or yeah, distributing rather. Say we had this high, this low, this high, right? This low, seeming all chubby and all. But okay, what was the last? What was the external liquidity? Okay, so external liquidity here is dropped, kind of gave a false break here. Well, kept on going down. Well, trying to identify the last higher high. It's not where the break really was. Okay, this is a low. This is another high. Okay, all of this was now a low. Then this was the next low. So this was the high that led to that break. So this was the break of structure there. So we had this break of structure here. Break of structure. Now, you have this break of structure here, right? You have that break of structure there. Potential area for accumulation becomes all of this candle here. This becomes your POI, right? Now, within your POI, what are you trying to identify? potential area for accumulation. Now, you have an imbalance here on the 1 hour. You have that imbalance there. Now, in this POI, within the imbalance, what am I really looking for? I'm looking for signs here on, say, 15 minutes or 5 minutes. Remember, 15 minutes or 5 minutes, I'm looking for evidence in these areas here. Now, let me say 15 minutes. What did we have there? Is this showing? Oh, beautiful. So within that area, within the imbalance, what can you identify? So you can see that there. That was the new lower low. You can see that this is the new lower low here. So you had this break of structure here. You had this break of structure there. And you had your imbalance there. So say you were playing the 50% of this push down. Maybe price did not pick you. Of course, price wouldn't have picked you. Or say you played 50% of the imbalance. Of course, price did pick the 50% of the imbalance. And then what are you basically aiming for? 50% of the higher time frame guy. That was your trade. So that was the 1 to 9. Now, first take profits 1 to 3. Somewhere you had your 1 to 3. Because basically you don't know when the market is going to reverse. You really can't say. So you had your 1 to 3 there. All of this because you were just patient and say you held all the way. Well, most times you might really not necessarily not hold. At most 1 to 13, 1 to 9, 1 to 3, account is still off. So say you were waiting for 1 minute. Let's see 5 minutes first in that area. Because I really knew I love the 5 minutes for this. The only thing that stood out for me in this was Asian liquidity, because this was not in time. This was not even in trading time. So you had this low, this high, this low, this high, this lower low. Price did break that structure. You could see within that imbalance. Even like the fact that this tapped like the open of that candle there. It's like tapped to the open of that candle there. Same idea. Target 50%, same 1 to 9. So basically you see that. Now, the mistake people also used to make is if you know you don't know how to read 5 minutes time frame structure, why don't you just stick with your 15 minutes? If you know you're not good with the 1 minute or the 5 minutes, just stay with 15 minutes. You're still going to get the same result. So say that for NAS that happened in recent time. So now the next question for me is, like I said from the beginning, will price then continue downward here? I don't know. Will price continue to push up? I don't know. I really don't know where price wants to go to next. Will price take out this high and then redistribute, right? And then keep pushing down? I really don't know. I don't have the answers to that. I don't know. And it's not maybe I know something I'm not saying. That's just the honest truth. But if I continue trading like this, more often than not, 10 out of 10 trades I take, I'm pretty sure that on a larger percentage, I'm going to be winning if I follow risk management. So I might as well lose, maybe take 10 trades and lose 7 trades and win 3. And the 3 will reward me for the 7 that I've lost. Because if I take 1 to 3 on 3 trades, that's 9, and I lose 7, I'll still be up by 2. It's quite simple. So let's say, let me even use a different pair entirely that I know I don't look at all. I know I don't trade NZD pairs. So let's see NZD, CHF. So say NZD CHF now. Okay, maybe this guy wants to continue to the downside. So higher time frame point of interest. What can you identify here? Same thing I used to do every week. Low, high. So potential area for what? Distribution. Identify your imbalance around that area. So say that place. So probably maybe if price gets here, price might reverse. Like I said, might. I didn't say will, might reverse. Okay. Now, which means this is the trend, which means this buy here is actually a what? A counter trend. And when price is in a counter trend, what is your target? Your target will be at most, even if you are going to buy this, target should be at most what? 50%. So this is a weekly time frame. I'm waiting for a daily break. Did we get that daily break? Of course we did. We broke here, right? So what next? Potential area for accumulation. So inside this, let's investigate. Let's say we have an imbalance there. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So you can see that there. So you see your imbalance there. So after that imbalance, what can you identify there? Like being patient. When price was coming, we had this low, we had this high, we had this low. And then we went on to get that break of structure there on the 4-hour. We have this break of structure here. So potential area again. Remember, all of these are potential areas. I'm never going to set my limit here for accumulation. Now, inside there, what are you waiting for? 1 hour. So when price came back there, let me mark out the candle that broke that structure well. So that when I go to the 4-hour, I can know it when it came back. Escalate this POI. So 1 hour. This was the candle that broke structure. This was the push-up that broke structure, right? So you could say in that area, did you get anything in that area? Basically not. Say you were even playing 50% of that. Let's see. Like I said, this push down. If it's not within 30 pips, then I'm not going to take the trade. Stops at this low, right? Is it within 30 pips? Okay, so quarter level 750, that's 25 pips. You can see that 25 pips stops. There your trade is 1 to 3. 1 to 3 somewhere here. You're up already. So target 50%. That's a 1 to 7. Yeah, 1 to 7.5. Now, price created. We don't even need to do all of those other ones again. Just come back and all. I want to analyze what happened here. Say you then did not want to take the trade on the 1 minute. Now, around this area on the 15 minutes, what went on? Okay, so this push-up broke structure, right? Now, where was the trade here? On the 15 minutes. So price, price started going up, say this high, this low, gave that false break. I don't like the fact that it gave all of this here, because I don't think I'll even be on charts by this time. I most necessarily will be sleeping because it's not within my trading zone. So say price came back in my trading zone. During London, we pushed up. See, I was even trading this. Necessarily, I might not. I might just sit out on this. I might just sit out on that very one. Even if I was going to trade this, this would have been my stops. This would have been my stop loss, and price would have taken me out and gone my way. Only if I was going to put my stop here, and I see no reason why I'm going to put it at that particular point in time. So you see the way I worked my way from the daily time, from the weekly time frame down to my 15 minutes. So basically, that's exactly what you want to be doing. Over and over and over and over again. Higher time frame points of interest, lower time frame execution. And when you don't want to be trading against the trend, because I can't imagine, like, look at this now. Weekly time frame is telling me that this is what? This is already in a counter trend, right? So at least you will never see me say I want to buy at this point in time. Say I'm looking for a sell, a buy trade idea here. I will never do that. Even if, no matter how clean it might be, I wouldn't. No matter how correct it might end up being, I would not. So if I want to buy at all, I'll be waiting to buy, say, above this 50% here, because yeah, I see an imbalance here as well. So at least I'll even be waiting for it to come at least, let me say, to this place here, before I even think of saying I want to look for a buy. But right here now, looking for a buy here, no. See, I get maybe a 1 hour break of structure here now. I think there's even a break there. Okay, there's no break. Or say, let's just say there was a 1 hour break of structure here now. And then I say I want to look for a buy. No. Me, I would not do that. So basically, that's how you want to be looking at playing higher time frame points of interest and lower time frame execution. All right, so in light of that, any question? You can type your question in the chat box. Okay, sell or buy. I don't quite understand the question, sell or buy. Okay, I was missing it off. Oh yeah. Well, I really get the idea. Okay, yeah, I was saying buy. Okay, buy is up, Abi. All right, so I meant the sell down. Yeah. Sorry about that. So, any question? Okay, so please, what about when price takes out external liquidity but does not give us reaccumulation? If there's no evidence, I'm not trading. If there's no evidence, I'm not trading. If there is no evidence, I'm not trading. That is the simple answer. For someone trading a prop firm account, holding the trade for long might not work well. What would you suggest? Someone trading a prop firm account, prop firm, the one reason why I don't like prop firm is because they don't allow you swing. And basically me, I like swinging trades more. So for a prop firm, you should know that what you are in for prop firm works with your 1 to 3. Like say your MFF account now, MFF is 8%. So from my calculation, if you're risking 0.5% of an account, you need a 1 to 16. You'll be looking at taking a 1 to 16 to clear phase 1 and 1 to 10 to clear phase 2. What you can then do in that instance is split your 1 to 16 into how many trades now? 16 divided by 3. That's about 5, 15. That's about 5.1 trades. So you're looking at taking 5 trades that will give you 1 to 3. You can just do the maths, but basically you're not looking at swinging on a prop firm account. And you're not looking to execute, you're not looking to take so many trades on a prop firm account. And I believe the reason why most people lose prop firm accounts is because they over leverage. I don't expect anybody taking a prop firm account and risking 1%. You don't even need to risk 1%. At most, your risk on a prop firm should be 1% for me, I feel. Please, can you look at Crash 500 weekly time frame now? No, I cannot. All right, thank you. So, and maybe I should emphasize a little bit more on this prop firm account stuff. For someone trading a prop firm account, holding the trade for long might not work well. Yeah, basically, it's still the same answer. 1 to 3, at most 1 to 5, at most 1 to 10. I feel if you even go 1 to 5, 1 to phase 1, 1 to 5, 1 to 5, that's 10. 1 to 5, that's 15. Then just look for 1 more percent. That will be your 1 to 16. That's if you are risking 0.5. Now, if you are risking 1%, that will be 1 to 8. Yeah, 1 to 8. So you are looking for, say, if you are risking 1 to 8, that's 5, 1 to 5, and then 1 to 3. Then basically you have cleared phase 1. And then phase 2, you'll basically be looking for 1 to, I think 1 to 5. So with 1 trade, you can actually clear that. All right. I'm not doing weekly. I'm not doing Outlook because people are telling me to check. Please, can you check Fix 75? I'm not doing weekly Outlook. We are looking at how to trick trades. Yeah. What are your thoughts? Go and apply it, basically. So yeah, that basically is it. Well, first question again. Please, what if price takes external liquidity but does not give us reaccumulation on lower time frame? Basically, once there's no evidence, I'm not trading. If I get, say, on a weekly time frame, external liquidity has been taken. If I don't get a 4-hour break of structure after weekly external liquidity has been taken, I'm basically not trading. Probably maybe we didn't get the break of structure, but price did not reverse. Well, yeah, like I said, markets will not give you 100%. I don't want people to mute. Just type the question. Just type the question. Well, I think I already answered what you're trying to ask. It gives you external liquidity, and let's say on the 4-hour, you get a break of structure to the upside, and price did not come back to your point of interest on the 4-hour. How then do you take? Just leave it. The trade has gone. If it has gone, it has gone. Over till low, till low. You get. There's not the market is full of abundance. Another trade will come. So that means if it has taken external liquidity is actually in trend. That means you are trying to take the reaccumulation. Then what you are trying to take the counter trend rather. So what you should just be looking for is just waiting for it to come back to your higher time frame point of interest and to go back in trend. That's say maybe to create a new higher high, a new lower high, yeah, and then take the trades from that new lower high to a new lower low, or on a bullish market, that's higher low. So wait for it to come to the higher low, and then you take it to a new higher high. You understand? So really, the market will not give you 100%. The market will not give you 100%. All right, I believe that's all, because no one else is asking any question. Yeah, I don't understand. The thing is, you keep on asking the question that I've explained already. So let's say like this now, price got to this place and then started reversing. I will not take a trade here. I'll go and look for another asset. I'll go and look for another thing to do with my life. And it's not maybe because I don't need money. It's just because I'm not ready to blow my account yet. Maybe any day I feel like blowing the account, and I then say I want to take a risky sell at this point to continue. So for this now, price has given you that break. So probably maybe you had this break here now. Excuse me. You had this break here now, but let me clean all of this. You had this break here now, and price maybe didn't get to your 50% here, and just kept on going up. It has gone. what you can easily just even do there is identify a new trading range. So say this is the higher high here. If another higher high has been formed, so this becomes your new, this is potential lower low, but say this is already a new lower low here and a new lower high, sorry, higher low and higher high has been formed. That becomes your new trading range. All you can then wait for is let price reverse back to that range, and then you can take that trade there. Basically, that's how you trade. So if the first range did not go, look at it, look at the second range, look for another trading range, another valid trading range, up until it gets to the 50%. But once it has gotten to the 50%, you necessarily don't want to have anything to do again with that asset. So basically, I guess that will be all the question, and that will be all from me.